with steelhead.com. Today we're going to go and show you how to tie a single beaded leader with the variation of the egg loop knot. To get started, we will need a kingpin to go ahead and pin our bead above the hook safely without damaging the line, like a toothpick or possibly the trout, steelhead, and salmon bead knot would. We also will need a hook, a leader line with low visibility and memory, and a bead. Today we're using a heavier leader line and a larger hook just for the presentation. We will then go ahead and take the line and slide the line through the bead to get started. We're going to go ahead and take the hook and thread the line through the eyelet from the top of the hook towards the bottom, running the line parallel with the hook. We then in turn grab the hook and line with our index finger and thumb. We wrap the line around the shaft of the hook 9 to 10 times. This creates the egg loop knot, in which we can add material such as banding, yarn, marabou, and bait to the hook to attract the fish, which I will show you in other videos here at steelheadbeads.com. We then in turn, after the wraps have been applied to the shaft of the hook, we add the line through the hoop created at the bottom. We take both ends of the line and we cinch down the knot securely. We then cut the excess line from the hook. As you can see, a variation of the egg loop knot was created. As I said before, we'll go and show you how to use this knot in other videos, such as adding an egg hoop pattern to adding a Jerry Garcia yarn pattern to the egg loop knot. Now we're going to simply go ahead and pin the bead above the hook with the kingpin. To do so, we slide the kingpin through the hook or through the bead from the top of the bead towards the bottom. There's a hoop in the kingpin which allows us to add material. We will take our banding that we will add to pin the bead above the hook and stretch it. We will then add the banding to the hoop created by the kingpin, stretching it back away from the bead and sliding the bead up and over the line and the banding. We then cut the excess banding away from the bead by pulling the banding tautly away from the bead and snipping the banding with clippers. This will allow the banding to suck back into the bead. We then cut off the excess off the tail of the bead by pulling the banding once again away from the bead and snipping so it will suck into the interior of the bead. And there you have it, men. We just successfully tied a single beaded leader to fish for trout, steelhead, or salmon here at steelheadbeads.com. I hope this does up your success rate on the water. That being said, you have a great day and thank you for visiting steelheadbeads.com.